Who's more successful after the divorce, Hye Kyo or Song Joong Ki? Career, fame, and legacy, everything changed after their shocking split. The battle of icons begins now. Let's dive into the drama with red carpet revealed and uncover the truth behind the headlines. In 2016, when Descendants of the Sun first aired, it did more than just break television ratings records. It launched a modern fairy tale that captivated millions across Asia and beyond. The on-screen chemistry between Hye Kyo and Song Joong Ki was so natural, so compelling, that fans couldn't help but hope the romance extended off-screen. Just a year later, that hope turned to reality when the couple announced their marriage in 2017. They weren't just stars anymore, they were a phenomenon. The Song couple became a symbol of romance, prestige, and Korean wave perfection. But in 2019, the fairy tale collapsed. News broke that Hye Kyo and Song Joong Ki had filed for divorce. The announcement shocked fans and ignited a wave of media speculation and public mourning. Yet, amidst the noise, a more enduring question began to surface: what would become of their individual careers? Who would rise, who would fade, and who would ultimately redefine themselves in the aftermath? Hye Kyo chose silence. In the months following the divorce, she stepped back from the public eye, carefully avoiding controversy and speculation. Her image remained intact, perhaps even strengthened by her refusal to feed the rumor mill. When she returned, she did so with a role that surprised everyone. In The Glory, 2022 to 2023, Hye Kyo transformed into a woman consumed by vengeance and trauma. Gone were the melodramatic heroines of her past. This was a new Hye Kyo, raw, focused, and devastatingly powerful. The show was a critical and commercial hit, trending globally on Netflix and marking her most radical reinvention to date. In contrast, Song Joong Ki reappeared on screen much sooner. His comeback project was Earthdal Chronicles, 2019. A high-budget fantasy drama that generated lukewarm responses. While it wasn't a failure, it didn't reignite his star power either. That resurgence came later, with Vincenzo, 2021, where he played a mafia consigliere with charm, style, and menace. The role was a revelation. Audiences loved the mix of dark humor and sharp action, and Song Joong Ki seemed fully revitalized. He had found a new niche, one that leaned into charisma, danger, and layered morality. He followed Vincenzo with another major success, Reborn Rich, 2022. This time, he portrayed a man reincarnated into the very conglomerate family that once betrayed him. The drama was not only popular in Korea but found international acclaim, cementing his ability to carry high-stakes narratives with emotional range. During this professional upswing, Song Joong Ki also made headlines for his personal life. He remarried, this time to British actress Katie Louise Saunders, and by 2023 had become a father. The news sparked debate. Some fans were thrilled, while others questioned the speed of his transition into a new chapter. On the branding front, stars followed different trajectories. Hye Kyo remained the embodiment of luxury. Even before her marriage, she was the face of major cosmetic and fashion brands across Asia. Post-divorce, her partnerships expanded. He became the face of Fendi in Korea and graced the covers of Vogue, Elle, and Harper's Bazaar. Her social media presence, curated and elegant, exuded maturity and sophistication. Rather than chasing trends, she shaped them. Personal brand became synonymous with quiet resilience and timeless style. Song Joong Ki leaned into accessibility and charisma. He signed deals with major global brands like Boss and expanded his appeal beyond Asia. His interviews, often bilingual, and his relationship with a non-Korean actress positioned him as a more globalized celebrity. While Hye Kyo preserved an aura of mystique, Song Joong Ki leaned into relatability, allowing fans to witness his growth both as an actor and a person. In terms of streaming power, stars thrived. The Glory reached the global top 10 on Netflix in over 20 countries, bringing Hye Kyo international acclaim beyond her existing fanbase. Audiences around the world were drawn to her transformation and the show's gripping narrative. Meanwhile, Vincenzo and Reborn Rich were massive hits on platforms like Viki and Netflix, particularly in Latin America, Southeast Asia, and parts of Europe. Song Joong Ki had successfully built a cross-continental fanbase, and his choice of complex, morally ambiguous roles aligned well with evolving global tastes in drama. So who came out on top? The answer isn't simple. Hye Kyo emerged as a mature, reinvented actress who redefined her typecast image and deepened her legacy in Korean drama. She transformed personal pain into professional excellence. Song Joong Ki, on the other hand, evolved into a global leading man with renewed charisma and a growing family. He diversified his portfolio and his reach, and maintained momentum through back-to-back successes. The post-divorce chapter for both stars has been one of transformation. But if measured in reinvention, critical acclaim, and sheer dramatic impact, Hye Kyo may have the edge. Her career wasn't just restored, it was reimagined. Yet, if global resonance, personal evolution, and consistent visibility are the criteria, Song Joong Ki's journey is equally compelling. Truth, both emerged stronger in their own ways. Perhaps the more remarkable story isn't to one, but how each used heartbreak to forge a more powerful legacy. Beyond career choices and brand images, what truly defines legacy in the world of Korean entertainment is influence. Influence is what echoes in new generations of actors, what fuels fan culture, and what sets the standard for storytelling. Hye Kyo's influence is deeply rooted in K-drama history. For over 2 decades, she has been the face of landmark romantic dramas that have shaped the global perception of Korean storytelling. Her pivot to a darker, more layered role in The Glory sends a clear message to the industry: reinvention is not only possible, it's powerful. She inspired conversations about bullying, trauma, and justice, subjects often tiptoed around in mainstream Korean media. Her success has encouraged writers and producers to consider stronger, more complex female characters. Might have a lasting effect on K-drama narratives moving forward. Song Joong Ki's influence lies in his genre flexibility and broad appeal. He has seamlessly navigated romantic dramas, political thrillers, fantasy epics, and dark comedies. His impact can be seen in the new wave of male leads who are no longer one-dimensional heroes but rather conflicted, unpredictable, and morally complex. His success in Vincenzo showed that Korean actors could lead with both style and satire, appealing to global viewers hungry for originality. Furthermore, his move to marry and start a family amid a rising career defied the long-held belief that idols must remain unattached to maintain fan loyalty. That choice, while controversial, might help normalize personal growth for public figures. When it comes to recognition, both actors have amassed impressive accolades since the divorce. Hye Kyo earned critical acclaim for her performance in The Glory, including Best Actress awards and recognition in international streaming circles. It was a late career renaissance that few actresses manage in an industry often obsessed with youth. Song Joong Ki, on the other hand, has been a consistent award season contender since his return, collecting acting trophies and solidifying his bankability. His dramas maintain high rewatch value and dominate streaming metrics, adding weight to his influence. Fanbases of the two stars also reflect different dynamics. Hye Kyo's fans tend to focus on elegance, growth, and her place as an iconic female figure in Asian pop culture. Her social media is filled with curated moments, not intimate vlogs or personal outbursts. This restraint appeals to fans who admire grace under pressure. Song Joong Ki's fanbase is more engaged with his public life, often rallying behind his choices, defending his marriage, and amplifying his global ventures. He has become a symbol of modern masculinity, emotionally open, career-driven, and unafraid of change. Perception, however, is always in flux. Hye Kyo is now seen less as a romantic lead and more as a dramatic force. She has reclaimed control of her narrative, off the tabloid noise of her divorce with an unforgettable performance. Song Joong Ki is perceived as both daring and stable, an actor willing to take risks professionally and personally. His ability to stay relevant without leaning into scandal shows a mature understanding of modern celebrity. Ultimately, comparing the two is less about declaring a winner and more about recognizing how each navigated the same storm in vastly different ways. Hye Kyo turned inward, refined her craft, and emerged with a performance that redefined her. Song Joong Ki embraced evolution, diversified his roles, expanded his global footprint. Both prove that endings can be beginnings, and that reinvention is not only a strategy, it can be a signature. Their journeys diverged, but their impact is undeniable. In the end, perhaps the real success lies in surviving heartbreak in the public eye and coming out not just intact, but better. And in that, Hye Kyo and Song Joong Ki are trying